After 3 Eastern events, the Canadian Rally Championship heads west. Back-to-back weekends on the mountain roads of British Columbia bring a different flavour to the series.
Yeah.
First on the calendar is the Pacific Forest Rally, the midpoint of the season. After a DNF at round 3, Subaru Rally Team Canada will be looking to reassert its place atop the podium. Series contenders are out for crucial points. And local competitors from the region are looking to make their mark. All this with one key factor in the back of their minds. Next weekend is another event, and if they expect to compete, they'll need to keep their cars intact and on all 4 wheels. Merritt, British Columbia. This small ranching town is nestled in the south-central interior and is known for its love of all things country music. But this weekend, it is the picturesque setting for the 4th round of the Canadian Rally Championship. For the reigning champions, this event is about bouncing back after a difficult event in Quebec.
Yeah, it's unfortunately what happened at Défi, but things like that happen in motorsport sometimes. Things can go wrong, so it's behind us now, and the guys worked really hard at Rocket Rally to prepare the car, and I think we have a good package, and I'm confident we'll have a good rally.
Top Western teams enter the spotlight with a field of 34 cars taking the start line. Teams will have to negotiate 187 kilometers of rough gravel stages. This includes top 2-wheel drive competitors like Dave Clark.
Oh, well, hello there.
And his main competition, Derek Nelson.
Last year we drove my M3 and we did well. We got on the podium, but this year we wanted to run a Subaru, and so we're driving the Dirtfish BRZ. It's a new car. It's a bit of a shakedown, see how it does. So it's a bit hard to say how it'll go so far.
Antoine Lestage and co-driver Alan Ockwell lead the pack out from the downtown ceremonial start into the surrounding hills. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru Canada, Confidence in Motion, and supported by Yokohama Tire Canada.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 80, small crest.
The opening stage starts as the sun sets, and only this first of 4 stages will be completed in daylight. For Lestage and Ockwell, these stages should prove fruitful.
80 kinks. Care right, tightens hard, 3, don't go wide, 30.
Good pace notes are key to going fast in the dark, and the champions have years of experience.
Small crest, right 5 minus, keep in, into crest, left 5 short.
They want to strike quickly to form an early lead.
Take a left 5 short, brake, and left 2 minus. And keep right over crest, left 5 short, and left 5 short over small crest, and care right 4 plus, don't go wide. Into care slow right 3 plus, hop long, don't go wide, big drop into small crest.
Next on the road is Hardy Schmidtke and John Hall. They have a top-level rally car, but have suffered bad luck here in the past. This weekend, as podium favourites, they plan to put those woes behind them.
Right 4, 30, hook right 3 half long.
Kenny Wall is better known as a key mechanic for the Subaru factory team. This weekend, he's traded the wrenches for a steering wheel, and he's tipped for the podium. This evening, co-driver Aaron Newman is suffering from nausea, and it's getting worse. But they're not giving up. And neither are Boris Georgievich and Chris Kramer in Lestage's previous championship-winning car. The learning curve has proved more challenging than expected. In 2-wheel drive, Derek Nelson and Adam Newell are ahead on the road, but not on the leaderboard. Derek is used to an additional 100 horsepower, and the climb up these mountains sees him losing time. Dave Nicol and Aled Edwards are the wildcard at this event in their Rocket Rally STI. Nicol has shown his speed over the last year, but has found it difficult to get his car to the finish. With a new engine package this weekend, he's hoping all the pieces will fall into place.
3, 2, 1, go.
With Nelson fighting his way uphill, the door is open for Dave Clark and Billy Irvin. Their turbocharged Mercure isn't short on horsepower, and they plan to use every bit of it to build a lead. Behind them is the 20-year-old Corolla of Eric Grakowski and Bill DeBroy. This is Bill's first rally in the co-driver seat, but he's hitting the ground running. Nighttime sets in as the last teams enter the stages, and with darkness comes mistakes. Tanvir Dean and Michael Shevchik suffer the worst of it, but they'll get back on the road by day's end. As expected, Lestage and Ockwell have flexed their muscles on the early stages and have built themselves a solid lead to take into day 2.
Keep right over long flat crest into left 5 minus, opens over crest, and care crest left 4 over the finish, opens late over crest. That's it.
Subaru Rally Team Canada's lead is just shy of 3 minutes in front of Schmidtke and Hall, who find themselves in a tight race with Nicol in 3rd and Djordjevic in 4th. Dave Clark and Billy Irvin sit in 8th overall and 1st in two-wheel drive, 46 seconds ahead of Nelson and Newell. With the battle lines drawn, teams arrive back at service.
But no, in general, it's good. You know, gearbox, engine, everything's fine. Suspension.
The team of Weil and Newman have struggled with illness tonight, but still sit in 6th, well within sight of the podium. Hardy Schmidtke knows his biggest challenge still lies ahead.
Yeah, it went well. We pushed as fast as we could just to try to keep our position, and luckily we can hold on to 2nd tomorrow morning, which is critical.
Nicol is focused on consistency.
Our decision going into the 2nd lap was that we weren't going to win this tonight, but we could lose it. So I got Antoine over here and all the bestest mechanics and engineers in the world. So if I don't learn, then I should just sideline myself and go ride a bicycle or something.
New car, and we're kind of rusty. It is our only rally this year, so we're taking our time getting a feel for the car, because it is quite different from the car we drove last.
Oh yeah, we had a fantastic first run. The stage I felt was really, really grippy. I think of all the stages in this rally, going up that hill, or our power advantage in two-wheel drive is going to come into play. We'll see how the rest of the rally pans out.
With only a third of the rally complete, a long day of action is just a short night's sleep away. As the sun rises over the Nicola Valley, one thing is clear. Teams are facing a rough and challenging day ahead at the Pacific Forest Rally, and Subaru Rally Team Canada knows it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 50 over small crest.
That's why they pushed hard last night to build a 3-minute lead. The rough stages can cause damage and flat tires, and they are not immune. With time in hand, they can run with extra caution. Not that you can tell by looking. Behind them, their competitors can't afford to slow down. Schmidtke and Hall, least of all. Their small lead over 3rd is too small for comfort. The chasing Dave Nicol isn't known to take it easy, so they need to push.
Stay left over crest, and left 4 short over crest, and small crest. Stay right over crest, down left 4 short, right 4.
Schmidtke takes time on Nicol on the first stage of the day, but Nicol strikes back on the next. It would appear these two are up for a good old stage fight.
Into right 5 minus Titans, and Titans to a 3 minus over crest.
Down the order, Josh Schuchuk and Adam Vokes are climbing the ranks. They ended day 1 in 7th, but with 2 strong stages to start the day, they have quietly made their way to 5th. They aren't the only ones trying to climb the leaderboard. Nelson and Newell are pushing to make up time in the 2-wheel drive class.
And left 4 minus.
With today's roads more suited to their car, they expect to make a dent quickly.
So right 4 plus over crest.
Dave Clark and Billy Irvin know that horsepower doesn't play quite the same importance on these stages, so they need to stay on their game. Boris Georgievich was in the hunt for a podium, but their hard push through the opening stages of the day leads to suspension failure, effectively ending any chance of continuing the fight.
And crest flat, 30.
They'll have to wait until the next rally to make another run at the podium.
And right 4 minus medium is left 5 short, and right 4 minus medium, 20, left 4 short.
Matt Binchevsky and John Kessler have run a smooth rally. They have yet to crack a top 5 stage time, but their steady pace has them sitting 6th. Back with the Dirtfish team. They have cut their deficit to the leader by half, but their charge is cut short.
I don't know, something birdie. We actually felt really good in the first half of the stage. We were starting to push pretty hard, but man, we just hit this gigantic basketball-sized boulder in the road, and the boulder won. So it ripped the car apart pretty bad, so we couldn't finish. So it was actually really disappointing because we were just starting to get into some speed and feel good, and we're looking forward to the rest of the day, but I guess that's the way it goes with racing.
After 6 stages, Lestage still holds the lead. Schmidtke has begun to pull away from Nickel, and Weil holds 4th, while Dave Clark holds the 2-wheel drive lead and 7th overall. With the longest stages still to come, it's still way too close to call.
Imagine taking on the same Yokohama Tire technology that helps racers dominate the worst winter conditions around the world and optimizing it to help drivers take on Canadian winters with a tread that provides trust and control against extreme winter roads. Our new Ice Guard line is formed from an advanced water-absorbing compound for optimal grip. Don't just stand up to Canadian winter, conquer it with the all-new eco-friendly Ice Guard IG52C by Yokohama.
6 stages are complete at the 4th round of the Canadian Rally Championship, and the reigning champ has a firm lead.
No, yeah, it went really well for the first 2 stages. Very good stage. Quite rough though, but we had a good pace and we managed to avoid any big rocks. And the Yokohama tires were great over the rough stuff, and the car was perfect. So we had a clean run over the 2 stages, and yeah, we increased our lead again. So all good, quite happy.
Dave Nickel is eager to make his mark.
I love the tight technical section in there where the notes become much less important, and you can shave half seconds out of all these little 2s and 3s. Threading them together and getting the car to sort of pick up and seat is so much fun. We were chatting earlier about what Hardy's plan was, and he said he was going to attack it, so naturally I was going to attack it, and that's the only way I know how to do things. So we want to attack smart. I don't want to take any stupid chances. I'm absolutely not going to be happy with 3rd if I have a shot at 2nd.
Tyre choice has been critical for many teams. Soft compounds provide better grip, but wear out faster and are more prone to punctures. Schmidtke, who opted for softs, suffered 2 flats this morning. Lestage, on the other hand, ran a harder Yokohama tyre and managed to clear the stages without any issues.
That was pretty gnarly stages. I think you had to really pick your way through, and we tried that, but still, each pass we got a flat tire. I guess it just happens. We've had our bad luck, and it's going to turn around for the next half of the day.
For Dave Clark, he's enjoying a comfortable lead in 2-wheel drive, But being in the lead doesn't mean he's slowing down.
At this point, I think I believe we have a big enough lead that I really should slow down and just, secure our position. But it's just too much fun. These stages are fantastic, and I don't know how you don't just drive like crazy. It's just a riot.
The next leg of the rally includes 4 key stages. 2 short stages through a local ranch and 2 high-speed runs up the Nicola Valley. For Lestage and Ockwell, their lead is established, and taking extra risks is the last thing on their minds.
Left 5 minus, keep in. Into right 5, opens over small crest, and left 5 minus over 2 small crest off the wide 70.
But for Nicol and Edwards, they're fighting for second place and attacking every remaining kilometre.
Down brake, left 3 minus short, into keep right to the junction.
A small cut that doesn't pay off. They are safe, but their rally is over.
I didn't come in hot enough down here. I braked too early, so I wanted to brake a little later. Got my turn in and caught something just behind those trees. There was no coming back after that. We had a plan at the beginning of this stage, and we walked through the notes all the way up to here 2 or 3 times. So I walked through it over and over and over, and we had it nailed, but I didn't have my braking spot picked right here properly, obviously.
Nicol's retirement bumps Schuchuk and Vokes up to 4th overall, and they are applying pressure on Wahl for the final podium position. Clark and Irvin are now sitting in an impressive 6th overall, but the battle for the 2-wheel drive podium still rages behind them. Grakowski is currently beating Jason Bailey for the 2nd spot in what could be an all rear-wheel drive podium. But just when it starts to look like everything is set for the Subaru team, disaster strikes. A broken rear tow arm has them limping, and they still have 2 more stages before service.
Brake 2 crest, dip turn left 3++, opens long, and left 4. Things broken. Left 4++, keep in into big brake.
Could this be the 2nd rally in a row without Subaru Rally Team Canada on the podium? We'll find out after the break.
I think it's pretty bad, yeah.
At the Pacific Forest Rally, Subaru fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Lestage has made it back to service with some ingenuity and help from his fellow competitors.
The big lower arm snap. How do you call the black one in the back? Control arm? Toe arm. Broke. Half shaft came out. Wheel was off. Yeah, you have a look at service with what we did with the arms. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Lots of drama. We did the first pass in the short cold water stage. All went good, and the second time we broke the lower control arm and the toe arm. We thought we were done. The wheel was out, the half shaft was out, but we tried really hard to fix it with the crank strap and then wrenches and clamps, and a bunch of guys helped us.
The team who could have benefited the most from Subaru's struggle chipped in to help fix the problem.
The wheel was folded up inside the wheel well. There was no possibility that he would be able to continue, so we thought. At the turnaround, we threw them the tool bag, and it had quite a few goodies that they needed to help hold it together, and yeah, that's the way it goes.
Grakowski is relishing being back in podium contention.
Well, it's been a much better day today for us than yesterday. We've had great experience with the car. We lost our brakes on the first stage, but that's been the only hiccup with the car the entire weekend so far. It's going well, so get working with the new co-driver a little bit better, and that was the goal.
Dave Clark is left counting down the stages.
1 pass down Helmer, not to diminish the severity of Helmer, but yeah, if we can make that, we should be golden. And as long as nothing drastic happens, we're pretty secure at our position. So as much as I'd love to tear it up, I think I gotta be mature and just bring it home safe. So that's our goal for the last stage at night.
Today's been a way better day than last night. Aaron's been completely on point. The car has been wicked. We've been totally in sync, and I couldn't ask for a better day, to be honest. We only got 1 stage left, so I think it's going to be give her all hell and checkers or wreckers.
The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru Canada, confidence in motion. So it comes down to this, the final stage of the event. Helmer. A 34-kilometer downhill challenge that rewards commitment but demands respect. Luckily for Lestage and Ockwell, they know this road well. For Schmidtke and Hall, a conservative approach is all they need. But for Weil and Newman, a national podium is too enticing to pass up. They put the hammer down and go for it. Both are okay, but their national podium is gone. Weil's DNF promotes Joss Schuchuk and Adam Vokes to third overall. Smooth and steady pays off with a national podium. After a close battle all day long, Jason Bailey and Michael Milos secure second place in two-wheel drive, just ahead of Eric Krakowski and first-time co-driver Bill DeBroy. With a big lead, the leaders make a pact to drive sensibly.
We will not get a two-wheel drive stage win on this stage.
No. If we get a two-wheel drive stage win on this stage, I will buy you a cat.
That's a threat.
I know.
Clearly, Dave Clark and Billy Irvin are planning a conservative final stage to ensure their first national win. Despite their troubles earlier in the day, Subaru Rally Team Canada have put their stamp on this event and claimed their third victory of the season.
Oh, yes, well done, nicely done.
Good challenge today with a bit of a drama, but overall we had a very good weekend. Really happy. Good last stage. Thanks to Subaru Canada, thanks to Rocket Rally. The guys did a great job fixing the car at the last service. Alan did a great job. Really happy.
The final results look like this. Lestage and Ockwell claim the top spot. Schmidtke and Hall take second. Schuchuk and Vokes round out the podium. Clark and Irvin take an impressive fifth overall and first in two-wheel drive. A great rally for many up-and-coming teams. Let the celebrations begin.
Helmer coming down was Helmer. I mean, it's long and it's full of gotchas. I actually made Billy a promise that we would not get fastest in two-wheel drive coming down that hill. This wasn't worth it. I mean, there's too much at stake. A whole weekend of fighting to lose it on that stage would have been pretty sad. So, yeah, pretty excited.
It's absolutely thrilling. It puts us in a good position for the championship winning here at Pacific Forest Rally. We had to fight really hard to earn it. We had some problems that we managed to battle through to help a few other people, but absolutely excited to be here, first step on the podium.
Hardy drove fantastic, and we achieved everything we wanted to achieve. You know, it was really good.
It was a really tough rally, and we stuck to it, and worked out really well.
We had no power steering for two stages, but we got through those two stages clean, and then now we're on the podium, so it's awesome. The car's ready for Rocky. We're all stoked. We're going to be at Rocky 2 now.
Teams now pack up and head across the province for part 2 of the back-to-back Western Shootout. Who will find the podium at the Rocky Mountain Rally? That's next time on the Canadian Rally Championship.